history from Tottenham High School. We are going to make history by being the most successful young enterprise team that Tottenham High School has ever had. But it's not just our place in history that we have in mind. We were looking for a product that would utilise proven laser technology, cutting-edge technology you might call it. This makes products economical to manufacture that would have been labour-intensive and time-consuming traditionally. The laser cuts out complex shapes in sheet material with speed and precision, and can also apply surface detail. Ahead of us were the major selling opportunities of the School Christmas Fair and the Young Enterprise Christmas Market in Inverness, so we were thinking of something seasonal. A self-assembled 3D nativity scene with figures, animals and a background set. A compact product at pocket money prices, so it's easy to impulse purchase. It will keep children occupied with user participation in the assembly process and the chance to add paint and other details to personalise the scene. It can then be put away after Christmas and provide fond memories in the years to come.
We thought that we would take our idea to see what the manager thought at Eilean Castle, the one that appears in all Scottish Tourist literature, on calendars and in books. Guess what we found on sale at the gift shop? A 3D laser-cut nativity scene. Some student from Gordonstoun School had already come up with the idea, but at least it showed we're up there with the top thinkers. Still, nothing to show that we can produce our own 3D nativity scene. But hang on a minute, this was August, the sun was shining, well a bit, and Eilean Castle just celebrated its millionth visitor of the year. This was a castle gift shop, not a Christmas shop. Why were they not selling Assemble Yourself castles?
The manager thought this was a great idea, and so did we. We did some research and found that the only model kit of Eilean Castle is made in Spain. That just shows how famous Eilean Castle is. It's over 4,200 pieces and costs hundreds of pounds, so no competition for us. Not only that, the idea would work for any castle, and Scotland has hundreds, and many with large gift shops, so there is a business opportunity in making history. So, what could we do with your help? Getting a 3D nativity scene to our local markets for Christmas is something we can do within funds we have raised from sales of shares and a bit of goodwill from the technical department not demanding payment upfront for materials. To develop our castles will require rather more investment in materials, marketing and packaging. We may not start to see a return on this until the new year, when gift shops start thinking about placing orders. The larger the order for the sheet material we place, the cheaper it becomes, so that is the key benefit that your investment will bring.
£50 will enable us to buy sheets of material in bulk, which can then be used to manufacture. Additionally, it will aid us in setting up our website, which we can use for marketing. So we invite you to let's make history together. Do you have any questions?
God, for the first help. Looks very good, looks very professional, very well drawn. This will come as flat. How do you put it together? How does
The models that you're currently holding at the moment, actually, we cheated a little bit here. These ones are glued, we didn't want them falling apart during the presentation. However, they stay together without glue, you will not need any of that, they will just fit.
they slot pieces together?
Yeah, they just slot together, just at the corner.
I'll come back to you.
I don't think the glue is a problem, actually. I think the fact that slot together is lovely, and I don't think anyone would have a problem with a product that involved a bit of glue. I really liked your presentation. You spoke really clearly, you took us through your product journey very well and in a really persuasive way, so well done. It gives investors confidence that they can see that you've recognised when you've hit a problem along the way and how you're planning to overcome it. I suppose my question is, and we often see this, is how fixed are you on Christmas? And would it be better to put all of your energies into the bigger opportunity, particularly as there may be other things that the quality of this versus that. The problem for me with that little product, which is very sweet, is that you can't actually lift it very easily, partly because we have to kind of get underneath it to lift it without the top bits coming off. So how fixed are you on this idea of a kind of two-stage process?
The nativity scene was the original idea. After we had found out that it had been done by the people from Gordonstoun, we decided that yes, we could still make them for Christmas. However, once the Christmas market was out of the way and once we sold the first 40 to 50 units that we would make, we would cut that side of production until the Christmas following. The castles will be our main point here.
So really the nativity scene is about giving yourself some working capital to go forward and invest in the
Yeah,
castles.
exactly.
I think if you see it that way, that's a really good way to do it. Don't be distracted because I think this is where your bigger opportunity lies. But I don't get the impression, unless you can correct me, that you've quite nailed down what the designs look like, what the price point's going to be, the costs.
Funny you should say about designs, actually.
Excellent. I knew there was going to be that box.
It's a bit small at the moment. However, it can be scaled up once it's been scanned into computer-aided design.
Very good. Very impressive.
That's a good thing, isn't it?
And do you know roughly how much it would cost you to make something like that? If you got the right level of investment in being able to buy in bulk for your raw materials?
To make something like this, scaled up a wee bit, not quite as small as that, on perhaps one sheet of the laser ply we're using in the laser cutter, it would cost maybe £3, £3.50.
Okay.
Because of the fact that the laser cutter can cut very quickly and very precisely, it means that we can churn out a lot of products at very low cost. Because of the quality that the laser cutter provides, we can market these products at a very high price, comparatively to what they cost to make.
So, have you spoken to Scottish National Heritage, National Trust, etc.?
We visited Elandon Castle to speak to the manager, and it proved very positive. They were very interested in the idea, and they said that they would be very willing to retail our products. And we also spoke to Inverness Castle, who directed us to visit Scotland, who directed us to the retailing managers that they deal with, and they were very positive and thought it was a very good idea.
So does each castle have its own autonomy in taking your product on board? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
They can just buy it and bring it into their retail shop?
The idea with this is that it can be used for any castle throughout Scotland. It does not have to be stuck down to Eland, Donnan or Inverness Castle, literally anything. I heard a few presentations ago someone said about their product being applicable to out in France. This is the same thing. Everywhere in the world has historic monuments. Everywhere in the world has these landmarks and buildings that people look to as this is this country, or this is this area. And this, it works with all of them.
No, I think you have a good idea. Two things. I think you mentioned your website. I think that's a great vehicle. I know you can't sell direct through your website. I believe that's correct, isn't
it? Actually, you can. It's something I was going to come back to later, but I will cover it now as it's come up. You can, in the past, unified companies weren't allowed to have a PayPal account, which then meant that it was very difficult for you to retail online. They've changed it slightly now in that it is okay for you to sell stuff online and have a PayPal account. Obviously, unless you've got any students here over 18, you can't have your own PayPal account. You can use the PayPal account of somebody else, or a friend or a relative, as long as you get something in writing from them that says that they are very happy for you to use that PayPal account. So you do need to get their permission in writing. As long as you've got that, that's fine.
Linda, Santa's come early for these guys. That's exactly, that's one of your main ways, the vehicles to sell is through that website. The other, as I mentioned in the opening question, I think you should go to source. I think you should go to National Trust and you know, at the actual directors there, try and make an appointment with them and establish it in all the properties, Scottish Natural Heritage in all the properties, rather than just going one by one. I think you have something very neat there. I like it.
A couple of points. As an ex-marketeer, your nativity scene, being really honest, I wouldn't go for that. Practicing Christians in Scotland are now down to 2% of the total population. I have no axe to grind. I'm not making any point on that, other than it's 2% of the population. And all the rules of marketing is you try and get to the biggest possible group that you can. I think this is a fabulous product. And actually it sort of fits in lots of iPad games are now based on castles and sieges and building. And if there was a way that you can make this modular, that this may be a starting point, but then with 4 of these and some things, you've got a small castle and that can be added to, and with bigger and bigger, then you've got something that people can keep coming back to your website, and it all gets quite exciting.
It's funny you should mention that as well, because that was actually an idea I had come up with for the next stage of this side of things. Originally, these were just planned as prototypes, these carriages you have in front of you. However, upon looking at them further and actually, after printing off the first 2 and seeing them next to each other, I thought, wouldn't it be cool if you could have a bridge between them?
Yeah.
Or maybe something else branching off here and there. The idea came up to have them as modular pieces, so the research and development for that is actually going on as we speak.
Excellent. It's really good.
Thank you.